Hello, 4-5s. It's Amanda here. Even though Leah, Anna, Sonia, and I are away at a conference this afternoon, we still get to teach you from afar. It's very exciting. I know you just finished drawing what a scientist looks like. And I know you shared your drawings of scientists with your neighbors and had some conversation. And so now we'd like to reveal some real pictures of real scientists doing science. So, many of you probably drew pictures of scientists that look something like that. Or maybe they look like that. Aren't you shocked at how close I am to being exactly on target? Most of you probably drew scientists that look like these guys. And the reason I know that is because these guys are stereotypes. Stereotypes are when you think of something in your mind, it's like the one idea that comes to mind, the one way something can be, without thinking of all the other possibilities for what it could look like or be like or do. So the stereotype for a scientist is like a white dude with crazy hair, and he's probably wearing a lab coat, and he probably has glasses, and he might be holding like some chemicals, and that's the stereotype of a scientist. But here's the deal. Most scientists don't actually look like that. That's right. Most scientists don't look like that. So here are some real life scientists. Like, for instance, that is a real life scientist. Now, yes, she's wearing a lab coat, but also she's a girl. And most people think of scientists as dudes. I bet most of your drawings were scientists who were guys. This person's also a scientist. Yep, he's wearing a lab coat. He's sitting at a microscope, but he's not white. And this scientist, she's not white, plus she's not a guy. Wait, these guys are scientists too. I don't see any lab coats here. Or microscopes. They're like outside in the snow with a polar bear. Looks like they've been taking some samples to learn about polar bears. These are real scientists actually working in the field. That's a scientist too. That scientist is studying what's underwater. No lab coats, no microscopes, like actually in the field, not in a lab. There's a scientist too. And look, it's a female scientist. She's actually out in the wild and she's working with some kind of wetland animals. That guy's a scientist too. He is dressed pretty nice with his tie on. He's a computer engineer. Computer engineers work with computers and electronics to try to figure out how to make things work better. He's also not white. That guy's a physicist. Physicists are scientists who work with atoms and forces. He's standing by a giant machine. That machine is used to help smash atoms together and see what happens. It's really, really cool. This guy is a scientist who works and lives right here in Raleigh. I know it's a blurry picture, but I wanted to include him since he's from Raleigh. Also, he doesn't look anything like any of your scientist stereotypes. He's not wearing a lab coat. He's like a big beefy dude. I mean, look at that beard and the glasses, and he's just out there in the field, and literally a field in this case. That guy studies crops. He's out learning how to make crops grow better. These ladies are scientists too. They are studying tornadoes. That is a really cool piece of scientific equipment they've got to go study some tornadoes. And you know what else? Those scientists are working together. Most scientists work in a team. I bet most of your drawings were just one scientist on the page, but most scientists actually work as a team. See, here are some scientists working as a team. And look, they're wearing like regular clothes because scientists are just regular people. These are all scientists, and they're all working as a team. Some of them are male, some of them are female, some of them are white, some of them aren't, because anybody can be a scientist. And here are some of my favorite scientists, astronauts, because science happens in space too. So, to recap, scientists are not always male. They're not always white. They don't usually work together in a team. And they're not always wearing lab coats and stuck in some lab working with chemicals. So, has your mind been blown?